how the way go. As my body wakes up, the first thing I feel is I'd like to find my friend Crystal and I'd like to inhale. As soon as I do, automatically I see that this is the best fuel for a soldier like me. I see people look at me and I speak sort of funky. A lot of you judge me like I'm some sort of junkie. But what you can't remember is I never done drugs. I was sad in watching you not being able to afford shit and having to be thugs. A lot of you relied on this fuel as well, but your cupboards were empty and your families went through hell. As a loyal friend, I said I feel sorry for my bros. I never judged you, but hey, that's how it goes. I said I'd try to find a source and make it free for you. I thought this would help, I had no idea what it would do. Well, this soldier went through the underground's doors. I seen how pure girls get turned into whores. I seen the money makers and they all seem greedy, and looked at their ways, their morals were seedy. I found how to make it, I watched all the cooks. There were some natural wizards and some that done it from books. There were cunts that had cut to make more profits, and then there were ones that respected the pure and got a better buzz off it. I hung out with both and put in my work. Be warned, showed him he was no jerk. I got in police chases, keeping the crew out of shit. They liked how I got them out of situations where they knew they'd fucked it. I put up my hand when shit hit the fan. No one else seemed to have loyalty, it wasn't my plan. Next thing you know, I was right up the ladder. They had never had a worker that was honest and matter. I'd seen bros with stuff, it was grams and dots. But now be warned, was looking at glass, roasting pots. And after every cook-up, you know you have a feed. But these guys were eating more than anyone could possibly need. And to say I was full would not explain what we ate. There would be 4 or 5 grams just in our glass plate. They didn't smoke it with lighters, they used the big flamethrowers. And no small pipes, we blew light bulb sized things, we became glass blowers. These guys were earned respect for how much they put in the pipe. Be warned, didn't realize the energy hype. Next thing, energy hype. Next thing you know, I drove my car like a rocket. I was heading home with 4 ounces of pure in my pocket. I was 2 weeks later than my bros expected me back. I never gave no timber, I just said I'd go and get free crack. But my bros who I done this for had just been hearing I'd cracked it. They forgot I'd done this for them, their actions were ratchet. They've been talking behind my back and putting me down. The looks in their eyes when I came home and put the bags down. We smoked in the way that I learned from my crew. You filled up the pipes and you spilled some on you. You showed everyone it was nothing to you. And smoke to the first, pussy turned blue. And once someone gave it and could handle no more, you gave out some bags and made sure everyone scored. All my bros that had judged me were now giving me love, all telling me they got my back when push came you shove. Suddenly all these cunts were all talking shit. I could see they were fake, but I just laughed at it. See, the thing about my training from the crew worked for was their stuff brought out the real, and this is what they saw. The reason they picked me to work for their crew, I passed all their tests that they put me through. Fuck, I didn't realize they were watching every one of my moves. They were setting me up to see what my actions proved. Fuck, I was just me, never stole or told lies. I never looked down when they dropped their fries. All these moves I learned were all tricks, cause other cunts would do anything, even suck dicks. But to me, I was about morals, not about this shit's price. I was just bringing home something, I was trying to be nice. I'd seen my bros' addiction and families crying cause no food in the house. It was this shit first, they always were buying. I didn't realize the damage that would come next. Trouble started coming to my door, it was if I'd been hexed. There was always an excuse, a reason to gripe, but the issues went away once you filled up a pipe. I suddenly seen the real had come out in some bros. They just needed that shit and started to act like real hoes. Like real hoes. Real hoes. Real hoes.
I ate much more stuff than anyone I knew. But when I had none, I just slept, no problems I knew. But when the fiends have none, they all start to show that she's their real friend. They don't give a fuck about you, bro. I got home and bathed when I gone to the shop. My menses and kids got scared around the cops. Now my mentor, she never done drugs. She don't get involved in my buzz. I've never called the pigs, but I don't blame her for ring the fuzz. She is a good mother and protecting my son. Fuck, she had a gangster kicking the door and carrying a gun. Once I got home, seeing big cars in my drive, I ran inside the scene that my mentor was crying, but at least she survived. She run the workforce when I wasn't there to help her fight. But when she seen me come in, she told the peeps I don't know if he was black or white. She said in fact she wanted no issue and asked him to leave and just blew her nose in the tissue. She might have bombed them and girls they were brought, but I know I'm mumsy, she would never stand up in court. All she had to protect her was a chained dog that would bark. But suddenly, cause she called police, I was an arc. They spread this around and told her they could tell, but there was never statement. An old school know this game well. To call someone a knock, you've been seen black and whites, but these comes with saying shit that should start some fights. No one was ever arrested, no one ever got jail. So surely their attempt to reckon my name was a fail. Now where I come from, a true bro stand tall. As soon as someone talks bad about you, they get a punch in the head or go through the wall. But I a bit shattered, to tell you the truth. Nothing happened to any of them, never even lost a tooth. The game has changed, brothers, the rules aren't the same. There's folk on low school morals, these gangsters have no game. But game or not, I bought the sheet on myself. I tried to make it free, I was Santa's crack giving elf. I never ever thought about the actions this would bring. I just made my bros' problems worse. This will be forever for one horrible curse. I'm better known as a guy that can get drugs than my Obi-Wan reputation. I'm sure I used to be someone, I was soldier without hesitation. I can count my bows now easily, I know exactly where the real roads are. There's only 12 that really matter. I'd see them if I had a car. Oakland and Hines and Gisborne, Ataki and Wellington. You who your rare names don't need to be put in Thames and Wicker Chain. I got you in there too, and my bros and y'all, I haven't forgotten about you. Yo. So what's a long-winded poem? Please don't hold a grudge. And to all you think I'm fucked in the head, baby, shouldn't judge. Cause I did this for my brothers, I tried to help you about. But I got home invaded and then in my 1 or 30 you took me out. You keep and stop me for 20 minutes, I'm a deaf, you didn't manage. But don't you think the beating, the taking on the field done some brain damage? I'm not crying gangsters, in fact, I'm just letting you know. Please don't come back to my house, try and call me bro. My story's nearly ready, you can see it in all my poems. I'm trying to explain to all my fam so all is properly known. As you know, I told you I don't stop until I crack it. Well, I've been working on another job, I talked it up, now I have to back it. Well, good luck with like my bros that knew me as a G. And I'll get back to my job and finish it properly. And now I'm getting tired and body not so fit. I need my friend Crystal to give me another hit, cause that fuel that is so negative for my bros is trying to be positive for me. The only problem is the burnout, but I knew that would happen eventually. But it's what you get from your day, a word that I guess really gets looked at. I've done my yards and took the damage, what you think about that? I'm glad your kids get fed first now and your family's doing well. It's out of it, how try help you put my family through the hell. But I wouldn't change a thing I've done, I never done it with conditions. Just stay the fuck away from me and show some recognition. Yes, I'm a mumbling muppet who is always looking fucked and wired, but I haven't had much in ages, I'm actually really tired. So if you see my family in the street and you wonder what they need that to have energy. So get me a fucking fee, cause I rep my ass if I was damaged, I guess. But when push came to shove, you know I was the best. I worked so hard, I was worked like a mule. So don't judge me, cause now crystal's my fuel. I'm not using it to score bits, I'm not trying to get rich. And when I have ain't got it, I don't turn into a bitch. As using for energy to get the job done. I'm still watching my back, still carrying a gun. Cause I'm tired and can't afford as well and can't be fucked with kung fu. I got a better martial artist called gun you. Well, fuck trying to get you that stuff, fuck trying to cook. I'm an ordained minister now and I'm writing the book. And before you can't stop running your lips. It's not about my lifestyle, it's go flip the script. It's about taking down the system, it's about yin and yang. Be warned, learn feng shui, not that you give a damn. That book of my fuck will a Lou come together and it will be hitting like thunder, controlling the weather. Umbrella, I'm talking about the sheik storming bring when you edit God's word and you kill a fuck game. And I'm writing about fuck quits the left end and bro on the coast. I told them they had his back when really they couldn't give a toss. Now can you see what I'm inspired by that thick tale? It's very similar to my epic fail. I'm writing about soldiering right till the end. I'm writing about your word when you give it to a friend. I'm writing about how we're honorable bros should stay loyal. And I'm writing about for which you should be buried in soil. Well, if I've opened your eyes, I'm glad you're trying to look. If you wanna know more, then go buy the book. And if I know this too long and your focus is slipped, I won't judge you for that, it's go flip the script. Now hail something for my critics out of red shit, they saw graphic. All these poems been more than you can't realize. I was writing mathematics, it's something I'll realize. I freaked out the Masons, old school code has been broken and dramatically placing. If any of you guys like to win crosswords and puzzles, try see what you can find in this pitbull's muzzle. Cause a long time ago, I heard a wise old man say, the pen's mightier than the sword, I thought no fucking way. But when you see how I've written sheet and results we have gotten, or realize we won, its brain wasn't so rotten. I used my fuel to practice, I gotta admit that. And at first I thought I was going crazy, but soon got over that. So all I wanna say is you gotta realize there can be a positive side to doing the fries. You don't have to be an asshole and rip shit apart. You can open your mind, be creative and make some good art. Well, I hope I got you thinking and look at these letters. I wish you well, you can all do much better. Once this fight, it's over and you see what I've done. OCB1 is still a brother and he's still aged in fun. The feats we get in will always get meaner. So train your mind, guys, and get your heart much keener. I'll see in the end how the system is corrupt, and I'll see how we were abused, it's really fucked up. I will give you a hint that will fuck with some minds. Analyze your top, what an amazing what I'll find. There are things that are designed to hold down the nation. Find out what governments do, open your education and get an old cell phone with the first kind of pics. Then look at the TV through it, I'll see some of their tricks. Now if you think I'm crazy and a mad criminal, I broke all their codes, it's called subliminal. What my friends I've said, don't like and say. If I keep writing this shit, I'll get locked away. But I hope I fuck with your head just quite enough that there's an actual fight to be fought. If you think you're so tough, stop being distracted by their cheating, caught up in their maze. Walk a straight line and learn their ways. Combat 3 poems, it's the easiest one I have written. You should crack that code and hopefully you'll be bitten. The bite I'm hoping will open your flesh. Just read it a few times, if you don't get it, try having a sesh. For once in your life, use the drugs to open your eyes. And now my friend try, recognize. Yeah, my friend Joy, recognize.
The writing you, the red and the code you have broken was old school Freemason language that was spoken. This code was never meant to be seen by the likes of Joe Bloggs. It was the elite, the chosen family, the Illuminati and the war dogs. If you can't break the code, don't think you are slow. We all got strengths and weaknesses, I'll show you, bro. When rhyme time's over, I bet you are glad, but I guarantee there will be others who right now are sad. And to all who think me learning this was very mysterious, you will warned there would be trouble in the age of Aquarius. So pack up your plunders and all you have stolen and run to the hills, cause we just started rolling. And shame on you fuckers that have held us back from the light and kept us in darkness. But now comes the fight, and let's make that fuel become free again. Let all of our brothers unlock their brain. Any car using it, try and get rich. Tax that motherfucker, treat them like a bitch. And don't treat girls like slots and try getting their undies. Using your crack or your big roll of honey. Respect the lady she met, still relieve your stress. Try it this way, I'm sure it's the best. And ladies, don't let these these cards disrespect you. Cuddles for puddles shouldn't be let through. And guys, it's time to respect fuel and time to realize it's over for your fights, lies and alibis. Well, all that shit had to be written to make the numbers align with the letters. The nets will be shorter, I know that's much better. Need a Facebook fanatics and all you drug addicts. Be warned, fucking with your heads and flipping the script.